on the impact of electromagnetics, particularly in the field of epidemiology. So how this EMF is creating an issue in healthcare, that we are going to discuss with a Harvard case study. So let's get into the video. We are here with a group of students who are going to deeply discuss about this particular topic. So let's get started.
Every day we live surrounded by invisible electric and magnetic fields from power lines, mobile phones, computers and even household wirings. But have you ever wondered, can these fields can affect our health? This question has led to one of the most debated topics in the environmental epidemiology. The health effects of the electromagnetic field, often called as EMF.
As rightly told by Vignesh, we haven't considered these kind of diseases will have a serious connection with this EMF. So now we are going to deeply discuss this particular issue in relevance to electromagnetic fields. So now, who is going to explain the actual problem statement of this case study?
In 1970s, researchers in the US have begun to investigate whether the children who living near the high voltage power lines are mostly affected due to this leukemia disease, and they proved that compared to other children, the children who live near high voltage power lines have mostly have high risk due to this leukemia.
So the actual problem statement is that children in US are being affected by leukemia, and they have taken it as a case study and discussed whether is there any connection between this leukemia and the children who are staying nearby the power lines. So now let's deeply discuss this. So Guru Prasad, you can explain the case study in detail.
One of the famous American journal established a case study in epidemiology that analyzes the children living near the power lines have more leukemia diseases. So they have a sense that they took the children's living near 100 meters near the power lines, and the children's living away 300 meters the power line. So the children who are living near the power lines have most of them caused by leukemia. So they collected the children who caused leukemia, the age, family, income and other factors to take a survey, and the magnetic. So the people who took the survey they asked, this is with the problem of magnetic field or what. So now Tilakeshwar will explain the solution.
Latest studies, Harvard School of Public Health and World Organization Health panels found no clear evidence that low level electromagnetic field cause cancer. They conclude that the electromagnetic field may affect, electromagnetic field effect may exist, like minor cell change, no prevent high health risk at household level. However, many of scientists agree that the long-term exposure is still important, because we use wireless and the electrical device than never before.
Yes, as told by Tilakeshwar, of course this case study has revealed that it has a minor impact on the children's epidemiology, which means that due to this constant exposure to the power lines, that is the children who are staying 100 meters near to the power lines are having a minor change in their body cell structures, because they are getting affected. I mean, they are prone to get affected with this leukemia. So there is no proper evidence that these power lines are sole responsible, but we can conclude that these power lines may create a strategic impact in future. When these children are frequently exposed to these kind of EMFs in future in a day-to-day basis, definitely this percentage of getting affected by this leukemia will be in a higher rate. So now over to Kamalesh.
From this case study, we can observe that electromagnetic fields are invisible in nature. So there are two types of sources which can generate the EMF: natural source and man-made source. In man-made source, there are two types of typical exposures. Low typical exposures can be observed from household electricity or Wi-Fi connections, etc. That high typical exposures like power transmission lines and our day-to-day modern electronic gadgets like cell phones, tablets may causes EMF high typical issues, may causes some leukemia disease and other related disease. So we can conclude that this type of electronic gadgets and other devices may cause diseases.
Yes, as rightly concluded by Kamalesh, we know that there are two kinds of sources of electromagnetic fields. But among these two sources, the natural source have lesser impact in creating disease in human beings. But these artificial or man-made electromagnetic fields create a serious issues or serious disorder biologically in every human being. So I would like to conclude that the more technologically we are advancing, the more health-wise we are degrading. So we have to use the technology in a proper way, in a right way. So use your electronic gadgets whenever necessary. Keep your mobile phones when not in use, and reduce your Wi-Fi devices in a lesser manner, so that these will have a healthy environment, which means that the more frequent you are using these kind of gadgets, the more frequently you are getting exposed to this EMF. And when you are getting frequently addicted to these electromagnetic fields, then you will get more impact of these kind of healthcare issues. So from this case study, we conclude that the more you get exposed to electromagnetic fields, or the more you are going near to the field lines, the more you may get affected biologically. So stay away from the electromagnetic fields when it is not necessary. So that is what we would like to conclude from this case study. I hope this case study would give you a clear insight about how EMF plays a bad impact in healthcare. And I thank all the students for joining with me in deeply discussing this case study also. And thanks for listening.